Hello again, Junior Ranger Boyd here. Today, we are going to talk about larger mammals. Last video, we discussed smaller mammals, but we're moving on up. I am still not allowed to touch the real things, and neither are you. But today, we're first going to discuss the bighorn sheep. These are found typically out west in areas like Glacier or Death Valley National Park. And now bighorn sheep might not seem like the type of animal you've typically been told to avoid, but you shouldn't be approaching any animals. As the National Park Service says, you want to stay at least 25 yards away from all wildlife, and in some cases 100 yards away for certain larger animals and predators. Bighorn sheep are nicknamed rams. There's a reason for that. They use their heads to ram things, which could include you if you get too close to them. And now, it might not seem like such a big deal, but some football helmets are actually being made to act like bighorn sheep skulls because they're very impactful and they protect their brains. But you do not want to come in contact with the skull. Bighorn sheep ramming can cause internal bleeding, can cause broken bones. In some studies, it's shown that it's the equivalent of being hit at 35 miles an hour, which I don't think anyone would like to do. Now, we will be moving on to mountain goats. Still not real. I know, it's hard to tell. Mountain goats are one of my favorite wild animals to spot in the wild. They seem very chill. They've got, I don't know, just a really nice vibe about them. But mountain goats are also dangerous. Mountain goats can cause lots of damage as well. They've got these horns and they can gore things. Actually, in 2010, a hiker died after being gored by a mountain goat. And while that's not a super common thing that happens, it can happen. And why would you risk getting injured by a mountain goat if you could just stay 25 yards away and give them their space and let them maintain their safety? Let's move right along to grizzly bears. Again, not real. This guy might seem very cute and cuddly, but real life grizzly bears are not cute and cuddly. Well, they're cute, but they're definitely not cuddly. Bear interactions are dangerous not only to a human, as they can absolutely kill you with not that much effort, but they're very dangerous to bears as well. There's a saying, a fed bear is a dead bear. So it's not even the threat of attacking you, even just feeding an animal like a grizzly could be dangerous, because then they can become food dependent on people and they can start becoming a danger to themselves and to others. If a bear attacks a human, many times they have to be tracked down and either moved to a new location, or in some cases they are killed to be studied to see if there is something wrong with that bear. You really want to try your best to avoid getting close to bears. National Park Service says to stay 100 yards away from grizzly bears and black bears at all times. And when you're on trails, talk loudly, walk in a group. Bear bells do not really work, but definitely talk loudly. You want to make your presence known. You don't want to scare a bear, but you also don't want to draw attention to yourself to draw a bear in with like food or super strong smells. Even perfume or deodorant can do that. When you're camping or picnicking, you want to keep your food when not eating in airtight containers or your car. You definitely should not be seeking a bear interaction. I know it's very neat to come across such a large animal in the wild in your mind, but when it actually happens, it could be very dangerous. One other major tip with bears is to carry bear spray. It's the best deterrent from bear attacks and bears approaching. And no, you do not spray it on yourself. You spray it in the direction of the bear if it's approaching in a figure 8 motion to cover as much space as possible. The bear spray is not attacking the bear's eyes, it's actually attacking its nose, which is the strongest sense. And it is, again, the best way to protect yourselves from bears if they approach you. And now for our bonus animal, bison/buffalo. Also not real, much bigger in real life, much fluffier too. So I'm sure you've all seen videos of buffalo holding up traffic, especially in Yellowstone or Grand Canyon areas. and people get out of their cars and they approach the buffalo and they want to take pictures or touch the buffalo. Don't do that. That's bad. The buffalo take that as a threat. When you approach a buffalo, it doesn't know what you are. It doesn't know if you're a threat or a friend, so they're going to treat you as a threat. According to the National Park Service, if you get close to a buffalo, they might respond by charging or head bobbing or pawing, bellowing or snorting. You should take those as warning signs. Buffalo, they don't want to hurt you, but they want to protect themselves. So they could ram you, they could trample you, they could gore you. There's many things a buffalo could do to you. And while that was definitely not your intention of happening, it's a possibility. So you should stay at least 25 yards away from buffalo at all times. And if there's buffalo in your path, let them pass. Find a different way, but stay on the trails. Let's recap the larger mammals. Don't go near them, don't feed them. With animals like bears and wolves, stay at least 100 yards away. With animals like mountain goats and bighorn sheep and bison, stay at least 25 yards away. Remember that even if an animal can't bite you, it can ram you and do other damages to you. Wild animals are wild animals for a reason. But share some stories in the comments if you've seen anything wild with wildlife and humans. Can't wait to read them. Also, featured in my videos have been this lovely collection of stuffed animals, which are available at at the national parks where the animals are featured. So Glacier, Teddy Roosevelt, lots of other parks. Support the parks. They need it.